In this video, I'm breaking down how to use ChatGPT and AI to get over 1,000 backlinks to your website. So since 2019, I've gotten over 30,000 links, and this whole process is a lot simpler now with AI. So I'm going to show you how to find sites to reach out to with AI, how to do outreach, how to have AI write guest posts, how to get links from HARO, broken link building, all the latest techniques. All right, so if you stick till the end, you'll have a full game plan to build thousands of links to your website, boost your authority, get more traffic, make more money. Now, if you're new to the channel or don't know who I am, my name is Adam Enfroy. I started the fastest growing blog at adamenfroy.com. Even Forbes took notice, and I teach beginners real content strategies that make money without spending a bunch of money or wasting your time. Now, before we get started, I'm going to be sharing a lot of AI prompts and frameworks with you in this link building video. So if you want my favorite ones, make sure to click the link in the description and top comment below. I'll send you my 10 favorite AI prompts and my free AI masterclass so you can get started building an online business once and for all. Now let's get into it. So we're going to get into the main strategy of link building, which is 4 key areas. Number 1, finding sites to reach out to actually get links from. Number 2, doing the outreach itself. How do we do that? Number 3, writing guest posts if that's a part of the process. And then number 4, other forms of link building. Things like HARO, help a reporter out, broken link building, and all of that using AI. Is there any new ways that we can do this? But first, before we get into exactly those strategies, I just want to show you some of my own results to show you that I know what I'm talking about. So if we look at my Ahrefs account, you can see that I have 30,000 backlinks. And we can see if we look at the referring domains, like what these sites actually are, there's a lot of them. I've built a lot over the last 5 years now. So Shopify, GoDaddy, HubSpot, Webflow, BigCommerce, Substack, lots of really high domain ratings in the 90s, all the way Ahrefs itself linked to me as well. So this is the kind of relationship building, getting links, building authority in the real world can help you build authority for your website. Crunchbase, Taboola, G2, Hostinger, HostGator, MSU. I do have a scholarship in college that I actually did for that link specifically, but lots of interesting active campaign, different links. So over the course of time, I've done a lot of link building. I don't do as much as I do today because I'm kind of scaling out the content side of the business, and I've already built up my domain rating. I built it from 0 to 75 probably within a year, which is pretty crazy. Not really realistic, but what we want to do is just build some links. And do you need to build links? Sometimes yes, sometimes no. If you're in a hobby blog and your competition has DRs, domain ratings in like the 30s, 40s, 50s, should you build links? Yes, you still should build links. You should try to get in the ballpark. If you're trying to rank for crazy competitive business software marketing terms, good luck. You might need a domain rating of in the 60s to start competing. That might be thousands of links. If you're just starting a new hobby blog about do-it-yourself stuff, hobbies, indoor, outdoor, whatever that is, you don't need as many links. You might not need that many at all. You might just get them naturally over time, so you should be focused more on content. But this video, I want to break it down for you exactly how to do it. So first, we're going to get into finding sites to actually reach out to. All right, so let's get to ChatGPT and how to help us find it. So I'm going to show you a couple ways to find sites to reach out to. But first, we have to think of what links do we actually want to build? Well, the most valuable links you can possibly build are for the brands that are selling products in your niche. Not just other random blogs, but the actual companies that you would be an affiliate for. That is how you build true authority. That is how I still rank for something like best online course platforms, which is a pretty competitive keyword, ranking under Reddit number 3 for that. It's because I actually built a lot of links from the companies themselves, Thinkific, Teachable, Kajabi, LearnWorlds, all of those. If you have links from the companies selling products in your niche, you're going to have authority in that niche. It's not just getting random links from blogs in your niche. So I'm going to ask ChatGPT something really simple, like what are the top 10 brands in the online course platform space? And you can put your own niche in there, but you're really looking for the top brands. We want to find things that aren't just general websites. So Teachable, Thinkific. So these are the big ones. So these are the ones that you actually want to start reaching out to. So think about building categories. If you're a hobby blogger and you're talking about kayaking or something like that, what are the top kayak brands? What are the top brands selling the oars? What are the top brands selling the fishing kayaks, fishing poles, things like that? What are the categories that you can create? And then you create a spreadsheet and you just start adding these companies into a list. Because when you start link building, we're just list building at first. So the key is to find companies that you would be an affiliate for simply and easily with AI. Another really simple way to do this is just to use this HARPA AI Chrome extension. You click it here and then you can just enter it in here. So I can say like, what are the best online course platforms? And it'll search the web and it'll find what they are. So it'll say Thinkific, Teachable. Here's my site here. It actually showed it. Udemy, Kajabi. It'll start finding ideas. What are the best kayak brands? And then you can find some of those, like if that's your niche. And I'll say, what are they? Well, it comes down to that. Several names consistently come up. Eddie Line, Wilderness Systems, Old Town Perception, Oru, Hobie, Dagger Kayak. So you start to build lists of the individual categories on your blog and then the individual companies in those categories. And this is actually just good for affiliate outreach. This is good to have this information. You need this information. You should have this information, right? So that's where I would start. So your goal here is to create a list of 50 sites or so, 50 companies. Now, if you can't find 50 companies, you can also add some of the blogs in there. You can use a tool like Ahrefs to scrape that data. Just look at the site, who's linking to them, find different individual media companies within your domain as well. But really just get a list like these are the 50 sites I'd like to reach out to. So put that in a spreadsheet. The next step is collecting the contact information of the person. So to do that, there's really two ways to do it. So you have to find the name of who you're going to reach out to get links, and the email address. So LinkedIn is really good to find the name of the person. You can just go to a company page, you put in SEO manager, just put in the keyword SEO. So they work for the company, SEO is in the title, and then you can get their name. It'll probably give you their first and last name, but it's not gonna give you their email address. So you can put all of this in your spreadsheet. One tool you can use to find an email address is hunter.io. So Hunter allows you to put in any domain, and then it gives you kind of the format of the email. So you can see like with hunter.io, it gives you, their emails are Laura at. So first name at is the email address format. Sometimes it's first initial, last name at, first dot last name at. Once you have the name and you know the company's domain name and the format, you now have their email address. So it gets very manual, it's kind of boring, but it has to be done. Then you put the email address in another column. So you have the domain, the name, and the email, and you just build that out. This is what a VA can do. This is like list building 101. Pretty simple stuff, but you can do it manually by finding the sites with AI or Harpo.ai and using LinkedIn and Hunter to collect the information. Another paid way to do it that I've tried before is like Apollo. So you can use a tool like Apollo, which is a paid tool. And I have like a saved search here. So let me go to the saved search for affiliates. And like, you can, it's not LinkedIn, it's its own database, but you can see this was one outreach I did for like affiliate management to find sponsors and stuff. But you can see like I added the job titles in here: affiliate manager, partnerships manager, digital marketing manager. You can add the employee size, the industry, different keywords and things like that. And then it brings a list automatically, and then you can send email sequences through there. So I had an email sequence, right? First name, I'm looking to partner with brands. You can just send fully automated sequences where it's day 1, automatic email, day 4, they get a follow-up, day 7, they get a follow-up. So there's ways to automatically do that. Apollo is good if you're in the business or software space and things that where the companies would be on LinkedIn. Not as easy for hobby blogs and things like that. All right, I want to take a quick moment and tell you about our sponsor today, and that is TidyCal, a game-changing scheduling tool for creators and businesses. So are you tired of complicated, expensive scheduling solutions? Well, TidyCal offers unlimited booking types, custom availability, and even paid bookings, all for a one-time fee of just $29. That's right, you pay once and you can use it forever. It's not monthly recurring like a lot of other tools. So with TidyCal, you can totally organize your calendar. You get 10 calendar connections, group bookings, auto-created meeting URLs, and integrations with tools you already use. So it's been featured as product of the day on Product Hunt, and it boasts 4.7 star rating on Trustpilot. And the best part, TidyCal is available exclusively through AppSumo. So when you click the link for them in the description, you get 80% off. You get TidyCal, you get access to hundreds of other high quality products at great prices through AppSumo. So stop overpaying for scheduling, click the link, get TidyCal, and explore AppSumo's amazing deals. Your productivity will thank you. All right, so we have a list of contacts. Another easy thing to do now is, what are we actually going to send them? Well, ChatGPT can help us. I'm going to say I need to create an email template I can send to get guest posts. So this is one form of link building we're covering first. It should be based on a few different things, like a one-sentence value proposition, which I think is the most important sentence that you'll ever do. Link building is outreach. It is what it is. You can get passive links, yes, if you do certain strategies with your content, but the vast majority of links that you build will be by doing outreach to other sites. Now, I say here a one-sentence value proposition because sometimes you need something, and you might not have the most impressive resume, but pick one thing that is most impressive to you. For example, when I first started my blog, I didn't say, hey, my name is Adam, I'm reaching out, I have 0 traffic to my blog, right? That wouldn't make any sense. I said, hey, I'm an affiliate manager at the company I work for. Or you could, maybe I have 10 years of photography experience and I have a blog called this. So you find a value proposition sentence within your email. I also said you should include incentives for the receiver, like how I'll be doing other guest posts and can get them links in them too. So as I've covered in other videos, link building is a value exchange. If you're asking for a link for nothing, for free, you're just saying, hey, I get these emails all the time. Hey, you should add our company to your list. It's going to help the reader. Immediately delete them. There's nothing in it for the individual reader of that email. However, if you say, hey, I do a lot of guest posts, I can link to you in some of those as well, people are much more likely to open the email, read it, and allow you to write a guest post as well. Because again, as we're going to cover later in this, you need a link surplus. So the ability to give links will increase your ability to get them in return. So I'm going to hit enter on this ChatGPT thing here, and it'll just give us an email template that we can use. So here's a personalized email template. I hope you're doing well. My name is Adam. I run this. I like to focus on this. So you kind of just fill in the value proposition, fill in your blog, and this is kind of nice. As an ad bonus, I'm working on several other guest posts. Be happy to include links back to your content. Small way to grow traffic, blah, blah, blah. Let me know if you're interested. This is a really good one. You would just fill in this information. And then what you would do is you would take that template. Again, we always want to have first name. Hey, first name. You can even have the first name in the subject line. But what you could use as well as HubSpot Sales. So the HubSpot Sales Chrome extension is free, and you can just take the template. You create a template in HubSpot Sales, and then in Gmail, when you're sending emails through Gmail, it will automatically you can click a button and the template will import. So it'll automatically just plop it in there so you can just hit send. That's what I did early on in my blogging days. We can also follow up on LinkedIn. Connect with them on LinkedIn if you want to send another thing. Do an email and a LinkedIn post. What we have to realize though is when we're sending outreach emails, whether we're in sales, we're in marketing, we're doing link building, it doesn't matter. Everyone on the other end of that email has a different personality. And what really shines through, what will make you most successful, both in blogging, link building, and just in life, is having interpersonal skills through email. So knowing how to respond to people, because everyone's personality is very different. If you're reaching out for links or for guest posts or whatever it is, they might answer you right away. They might never answer you and ghost you. They might say yes or say no or have different criteria. So when it comes to getting links in, doing link building for guest posts or any type of links, someone's going to answer that on the other end. What's a good response rate? Anything I think over 5% is actually kind of good for guest posts and link building because people get a lot of these emails. So that's why I think the incentive helps. But they're going to say, okay, yes, we can accept a guest post from you. What do you want to write? Then you're going to pitch 3 topics. So give them in a bulleted list, here's 3 topics. Now what you can do is you can use ChatGPT for that too. It's really simple to say, hey, scan this website and give me 3 blog post ideas that I could write that would help their audience. The main thing is that it helps their audience and it doesn't exist yet on their site. And a third optional benefit is that it has SEO value, or hey, it's easy to rank for. Now when you're doing and scaling this, could you really, really deeply research every single topic that you pitch? Yes, you could do keyword research. You could say, these 3 articles are amazing. They have low competition. Your audience would love them. I'll write them from my experience. And when you're just starting out, I do recommend you get as personal and do as much research as you can. But what I did once I started scaling it out, I'm like, I'm not going to do keyword research for hundreds of topics that I'm pitching these people all the time. But you do want to have some level of research that you do. So you send them the topics. They say, yes, I would like you to do that one. Then you say, okay, great. Give me 2 weeks and I'll get it back to you. Now with AI, it's actually a lot faster. When I would do 2 weeks, that was like 3 years ago. You could say, give me a week and I'll have it done for you. Either way, there's different publishing schedules. I sent emails in. I didn't get my post published sometimes for 6 months one time. I think it was Zapier. They thought they were like the New York Times or something. They thought it was the most important article ever, and it spent 6 months on a guest post about some stupid marketing topic that didn't really matter. Some people publish right away. It just depends. So with that, we get to the topic. Now we actually have to write the guest post itself, which AI can help us with. Now what I have here to help us write this guest post with AI is the AI content generator version 1.0. And you can see a bunch of other people are in here because you can get this if you click the link in the description below. I'll send you this exact prompt and 9 others. So what you can do is this thing writes an entire post for you. So I copy this text and I go to Claude because I actually like Claude a little bit better for more of the creative side of AI. So ChatGPT is better for research, scanning URLs, and looking at data. Claude is better for like just creative writing, I feel like, ideas and things like that. So I'm going to paste this into Claude. And now it's going to say, what keyword or topic would you like me to focus on? So I'm going to say my article, it's going to do an outline and then an article. So I'm going to say my article is about email marketing, a classic like guest post topic that's kind of random for a site. So let's say I reached out to an email marketing company. I'm going to say email marketing subject lines for Black Friday. Doesn't matter. I'm just giving you an example here. Certainly, here it is. So it gives you the title, 50 irresistible email marketing subject lines for Black Friday, boost your open rate and sales. It gives you a meta description, gives you a full introduction, the H2 headings that you need, and everything inside. Now what's cool is it also gives you all the semantic keywords that you might want to include in the article. Now what you can do next is you can use this paragraph generator. So again, I put a bunch of interesting guidelines in here, but I'm gonna paste this, and I'm gonna say, all right, paste this in, because I want to write individual paragraphs. So I'm going to take all this. It's easy. There's an intro. Now I want it to write this section for me. So that's what it's going to do. Give me a heading related to this, and I'll create 400 words of content. So I'm going to say, here it is, the 10 proven formulas for subject lines and all the information underneath. So now it's writing the actual content for me. So it's gonna write it, and I have it kind of humanize the content, make it kind of funny, talk from first person experience, do a bunch of different things. So it writes the actual content. So this whole section is now written. That's the thing about getting links right now is like guest posting. I used to have to hire people to actually write the guest post, and it took 2 to 3 weeks to write each individual one. Now you can have AI write this stuff. Now, again, we're not gonna publish it. We're not gonna send back an AI written guest post. That does not work, right? But we can edit the entire thing ourselves, humanize it, make sure it's good, add our unique take on things, and then publish it, right? So typically we want to send it back in a couple weeks. We have to write it, edit it, and then we add our links in. Now when we add our own links in for link building, we want to add our own link once in the copy somewhere. Higher up the better. Usually brands will delete the link if you try to add your own link in like the first paragraph. I tried that a few times. I don't really like that so much. You don't want to be at the very bottom, because link value actually is higher up in the article than lower. So link value is passed from link placement, also the number of links on the page. There's a lot of factors in play. Basically just add your link somewhere in the first 8 to 10 paragraphs. And you can also get a link in your guest author bio. So you have it in Google Docs in a format that's good, with H2 headings for the headings, with about, say, 2,000 word article would have about 10 links in it, maybe 1 link for every 200 words. So this is where link building gets interesting, because if you're writing a guest post and it's 2,000 words and you have space for 10 links, well, you're going to link to yourself once or twice. But then who are you going to link to in the other 8 or 9 links? Well, that's up to you. And you can use this to build relationships. And this is what big software companies do. They have their content managers have relationships with all types of other people writing guest posts, and they link to each other. So it's based on relationships. And this is actually an example of one of like probably 30 different relationships I had. So this was with the brand Tidio that I was doing link swaps with. You can see there's a tab here for the links that I got from them. So they got me links on their own site, Keep, SalesMate, PandaDoc, some links that I got, and then these are the links that I got for them. So the different guest posts I wrote for TorqueMad, New Breed Marketing, ClickMeter, all of those different things. So again, they're gonna say no follow, doesn't count, removed it, doesn't count. You just try to, be as even as you can. It's like 13 to 12, so it's pretty even. No one's ever going to be 100% perfectly even, but again, link building is based on relationships. I want to stress that. It's not just people randomly typing in links to sites. Sometimes they do research, yes. They'll look at stats, they'll add a link in. But most of the time, people that are writing for like CNBC, they're just messaging a contact at NerdWallet or one of these big financial sites and getting links that way. It's all based on relationships, because when you think about it, links have value. A link on my blog's probably be worth about $500. It's a DR78 site. A link on Forbes would be worth, some people spend 10 grand, some people spend 5 grand. It just really depends. So if a link has that much value, and some of those are no follow. So if a link has, value to people, you better believe that it's going to be based on relationships. People aren't going to give them away for free. They're going to be trading them, swapping them, doing all kinds of things. ABC link exchanges. I'll write a guest post, you write a guest post. The idea is you just get in the game. And the game is you start doing outreach, you start building a brand, you start having this snowball effect of authority by building these types of links, over time, building these relationships, and then building up your own site. So again, we can take this, we humanize it, we edit it, we can submit it, we wait. If you don't hear anything back after you send the email with the finished Google Doc, linked and sent, then you follow up. So you want to follow up once a week or so. And then it finally gets published and you're all good to go. So that's guest posting. Let's talk about a couple other ways to build links. Let's do HARO, however you pronounce it, help a reporter out. So this is, you sign up for HARO, you get a bunch of, you can choose your niche or your area, and then you'll get a bunch of different emails when journalists and different sites are looking for experts and quotes and things like that. Now, to do that type of outreach, you create a HARO template that's a reusable template that when you start seeing those responses, it'll give you an email address to send your answer to. And then you take your prompt, you can put it again into HubSpot Sales. You take your entire prompt, you add in that one sentence, that quote that you wanted, but then everything else should be a template. So for example, I say, create a HARO outreach template that I can copy and paste and reuse over and over again. It should be formatted so I just have to change the custom sentence. It should provide my contact information at the end, blah, blah, blah. So with this, you're providing an expert quote, but then you say, hey, when you use my name, you need to tell them how to link to you. So you say, when you use my quote, make sure to call me this, Adam Enfroy, founder of adamenfroy.com. Kind of stupid, but like maybe that's it. Or blogger at and your website. So you tell them exactly how to do it. But this is a simple email template that you can have. Hey journalist, hope you're doing well. I came across your query or question about boom, whatever it was. Wanted to provide some insights that could be valuable. Here's my quote. Boom, that's it. If you'd like any additional information, please feel to reach out. Happy to help. Here's your contact information. Look forward to hearing from you. That's all you need. So find the queries that are interesting and you can answer. Take this, format this correctly, put it in HubSpot Sales, and then bring the template up, respond with this type of formatting, and then you just wait, see if you get links or not. Either way, doesn't take a lot of time or effort. So that's HARO. Another way you can do link building is broken link building. So that's saying, hey, you have a broken link on your site, it's going to nothing, add mine instead. Now, I've never added a link that way. I've never done broken link building, but a lot of people teach it. It's actually can work sometimes, but that's really easy too. You can go to any article, like I have HubSpot's blog here, 5 steps to create a marketing plan. Click on this check my links Chrome extension and it'll say, hey, are there any broken links? And maybe there is one. Find it. Okay. There's a YouTube video that's broken, but you can find broken links that way. And then it's simply to say, hey, ChatGPT, I need a broken link building email template. Like it already knows what's going on here. So I hope you're doing well. I was browsing your website, came across a broken link in this. It's not working anymore. I thought you might want to improve it as potential replacement. You might find my article on this topic helpful. It's a comprehensive guide, blah, blah, blah. Thanks for maintaining such a valuable resource. So these email templates and outreach is super easy. It's more about, incentivizing it for the other person. People get all these emails all the time. Broken links, I get them all the time. Different guest post outreach, different, hey, can you add this? Hey, I want to sponsor. Hey, we'll do this. So it's really about the incentives that drive it. So you can use AI to speed up the whole process with guest posts and all of that, but what you really want to have is just a link surplus. So that is basically that you have relationships, you're doing enough outreach that you're getting, say, 5 guest posts a month are in progress. At any given time, you're writing 5 a month. That gives you the link surplus to be able to, in future outreach, have a link surplus that you can send links to these other sites to. I've done that many times. So maybe it's like they wouldn't accept a guest post normally. They're like, normally we don't accept them, but oh, you can get me a link on HubSpot. Okay, yeah, if you can do that. Some are like kind of greedy, like, oh, if you can do that first, we'll let you write a guest post. I'm like, fine, I'll do it. So in another guest post, I linked to them in something and I said, here you go, I did it. And then they allowed me to write the guest post. So it really is a value exchange. If a link's worth anywhere from $500 to $5,000, don't expect to get it for free. Expect to do some trades and do some different things in return. So overall, link building is a process that doesn't really stop. You should continue to keep doing this over time based on your niche and getting in the ballpark of the sites that are doing well in your niche. I don't do a ton of it now, but it's because I already did it for a couple of years very aggressively, probably too aggressively to be honest. Built my domain rating to 78. So it's really important if you're starting out. You see sometimes Google is rewarding, oh, Forbes and TechRadar, CNET, Reddit, right? They have huge amount of authority. So to do that, you need to build authority in your own niche. So if you're a gardening blog and you see that most of the gardening sites have domain ratings in the 20s and 30s and yours is 0 as a new site, aim to start doing some link building to get within the ballpark. It will just help you rank overall. So the need for links is completely dependent on the niche. Not a lot has changed with link building. They are more valuable than ever. It's the same thing. And the process is really just sped up with AI. So here, when you're thinking about it, here's exactly what you should do. So number one, build a list of 50 sites to start, up to 100. Get the name and contact information. Use LinkedIn, use Hunter to find their email address. Reach out to them with this process with an email template from ChatGPT that you have customized. Try to get 5 guest posts going at any given time. Just keep doing outreach, keep trying, keep testing. You're gonna have to deal with a lot of no's, and that's okay. Maybe you have to tweak the intro sentence a little bit more. Maybe you need to incentivize people more, but it's okay. Now this link surplus will help make future outreach easier. And then you just continue to build your DR to get in the ballpark depending on your niche. So in marketing, you might need to get in the 50s and 60s. Hobbies or physical products, aim to go from 0 to 30. That's a really good part. Look at the small blogs in your niche that are ranking. For any top 10 Google search for anything from like hobbies, best kayaking gear, you're gonna see big sites, media sites, and you're going to see those small blogs in there. What's the domain rating, domain authority of those small blogs? Aim to get to that level. And then once your domain rating is at a reasonable level in that niche, then you can kind of step off and focus more on the content side. But if you're just starting out, the internet is a world wide web. And if you're just starting out with a domain rating of 0, you have no links pointing to you, you're off the web. We need to pull you into the center a little bit with getting some links to show Google that you are an expert, a decent source of information that is trusted. So it's not the easiest part. It's probably the hardest part actually of blogging. A lot of people avoid it completely and just focus on scaling the content. That is fine, especially in certain niches. But I would say try to do it a little bit. Get that domain rating up a bit. I have lots of videos on the content side, scaling it, making money in all kinds of different ways, creating content. So if you're interested in joining me, you want 10 free AI prompts plus the ones that I showed you today and used, make sure to click the link in the description and top comment below. You'll get those plus my free AI masterclass so you can get started publishing and scaling your content. Let me know what you thought of the video. I hope you liked it. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you in another video.